Today we're taking a look at the Bird and Lime scooters to answer the question, who makes these scooters and where do you buy one? By now you've probably seen or tried a rental scooter available in many cities around the world. When you rent them, they cost $1 to start and about 15 cents a minute. They are fun and useful, but when the cost starts to add up, you might be wondering if you should buy one for commuting to work every day. The original model of the Bird scooter is from a Chinese company called Xiaomi. The model is the M365. And while these birds flocked everywhere, they are now becoming extinct as both the Bird and Lime are quickly switching to a new model from Segway called the NineBot ES2. The Segway ES2 retails for $600, but has been selling out quickly due to high demand, and we have seen the price fluctuate. Meanwhile, the Xiaomi is even harder to find these days, and we only see them on eBay. We'll put some links in the description below, and be sure to check out our next video where we review the best scooters you can buy, with models starting at only $400 on Amazon. We bought the Xiaomi M365 and the Segway ES2 to see how much more functionality they have from the rental versions. When you buy your own, you have more capabilities like access to an app where you can customize higher top speed, braking resistance, cruise control, and even custom underglow lights. One key difference on the Segway ES2 is the digital screen on the top, which will display your current speed, ride mode, and battery life remaining. Both scooters have front headlights which are very bright. They also both have rear tail lights, and there's a setting to keep them on all the time if you choose. Both scooters feature cruise control mode. If you turn on cruise control, it will engage at the current speed after holding the acceleration steady for 5 seconds. For riding modes, the M365 only has 2, Eco and Regular. The Segway has 3 modes, Eco, Sport, and Super Sport. Both scooters have the feature to change energy recovery level from weak, normal, and strong. This setting uses the motor to slow you down as soon as you let off of the brakes. It means you coast less while also using the energy to recharge the battery. Speaking of battery, you may have noticed that the Limes have an extended range battery pack on the front to increase the range. The battery pack costs an extra $250. We bought one and found that it increased our range up to 28 miles, but it also gave us faster acceleration and a top speed of up to 19 miles per hour instead of 15 miles per hour without the battery. One major difference is the brakes. The Segway features a front brake that uses the resistance of the front motor to slow you down. You also have a rear brake you can use with your foot. We find that the Segway brakes are not nearly as strong compared to the original Bird, which has disc brakes in the rear, which will allow you to stop much faster. The downside to disc brakes is that they are more likely to rub and squeak, requiring maintenance like changing the pads. For tires, the M365 features air-filled tires which are bigger and provide some cushion when going over bumps and cracks. The downside is that these can get flat and you will need to replace the tube. The Segway has thinner, solid rubber tires. They also fitted the scooters with front and rear suspension in order to handle bumps and cracks in the road. In terms of design, the M365 has the battery stored inside the bottom case on top of where your feet stand, compared to the Segway where the batteries are stored in the front stem. This means that the Segway is more front-heavy, while the M365 feels better balanced. The Segway is able to make quicker turns and the extra suspension helps when carving. For folding and carrying, the Segway ES2 has a far better mechanism. It has a fold-down lever that you press with your foot to fold. The front bar clips directly on the rear and you can grab and carry. The M365 is more difficult to fold. The handle mechanism was very tight and hard to pull. Keep in mind these scooters are heavy, and we don't recommend carrying them up long flights of stairs. If you need to lock them up, check out our video for the best accessories for scooters including locks and chains. Alright, that's it for now. Be sure to watch our next video for a detailed review of some of the best scooters you can buy today.